Continuing the lecture on terminologies, in many books, and whether it is your textbook that we have in here, such as the textbook on pages 118, or it is shown on pages 112 and 111. Typically, you will see what is shown there as wall sections, which means you are cutting through a wall and you're looking at what it is. Example, here is a stud wall construction. And you have put a layer of chipboard, let's say on this side, and you have put a layer of chipboard on this side, and therefore this wall is currently fully covered, and these are not visible because they are behind the stud, behind the gypsum board. If I come in and cut right here, and then look to this direction, which means I slice this wall, what I will see is the stud, beyond, and gypsum boards on either side. Sorry, sometimes the phone goes on at the wrong time, so I had to turn it off. Sorry about that. So anyway, you have, this is the way you see the, or view a wall with this. Now if you had, which you always have, inside the wall blocking, in order for these studs to be more stable and don't wobble, then you will see those blocking in this manner. If you see a stud wall, and I'm showing this dash line, and the reason that I show that dash line you'll see in a second. So here is two studs, and I'm not drawing them necessarily to the exact height, but you know, I'm taking sort of a shortcut. These are the studs. This is the base plate, which is also known as pressure treated plate. Which means it is specifically treated to be dense, take the moisture out of it, take the air gaps out of it, and inject it with a particular glue that is industrial glue, so it doesn't allow it to be basically pressured. It's very hard. And you got the studs. Now on the top, you will place a plate, and you will place two of them. So this would be a diagram of the wall. If I look at this inner section, you will have two plates. You will have a stud, and you will have your base plate. This element is this element is this, and these two are shown here on the top. You see a lot of different diagrams like this. A block wall, or a concrete masonry unit wall. This is, let's say, block, is what is known as a CMU wall. Concrete masonry unit. And it is shown typically like this. The reason is that each one of these is a one block, so the block is typically shown or built as you know, it has a hollow section through it. So this area gets filled with concrete. So when this filler in here is shown, this is referring to this. And the perimeter, which is made out of the cement, is shown exactly like this. So you see how the diagrams basically give life to the information if you look at them three-dimensionally and two-dimensionally. This type of wall, you can see it. It's just two types of wall. You can see it on page 112. You can see it on page 111. You can see the gypsum or plaster on page 108. You can see another type of them around page 106, and so forth. You will see many of these types in different diagrams related to the construction. If you get a metal stud, and I'm looking at this in the plan view, here's a metal stud, here's another metal stud. You put one layer of chipboard, one layer of chipboard. This is one layer chipboard, 5/8 of an inch, type X. So there is one layer here and one layer here. This would be 1 hour construction. If you have stud here, two layers on either side, then this will be 2 hour construction. If you have a metal stud, you have a metal stud, and you have 3 layers on either side, then you will have 3 hours. The stud construction, metal, can go up to 3 hours. Wood construction, it's very important to stay within 1 hour. And then the 4 hour wall is typically a concrete or solid grouted block wall. We pick up more additional information as we go on, but these terminologies I think is going to be important for you as you go along to study the code. Remember, on the wood construction, this is, as we call it, this is your base plate, and this one is called your top plate. We'll continue in the next lecture.